Hi everyone, welcome. Jameson here with my lovely wife, Kelly. We want to invite you to join us in Peru for the Sacred Valley Retreat and 2-day hike to Machu Picchu. What?
We'll be primarily staying in the Sacred Valley, the retreat center there, Munai Sanko. It is a beautiful facility that is just underneath a sacred mountain in Apu, and it has a salt cave, it has saunas and cold plunge, it has gardens, it has really beautiful practice spaces for yoga. And of course, we're in the Sacred Valley itself that has a lot of different sacred sites all around, which we will venture out and see.
Lots of archaeology to go explore from the Incas. They were tremendous builders, building roads, building terraces, building grain houses, and most days, there will be retreat days, but most days we are on excursion to visit local archaeology, experience local culture, take in some of the sites, and it all culminates the peak, the creme de la creme, in a 2-day hike to Machu Picchu. It's called the Short Inca Trail. So we will wake up early one morning and get on the Inca Trail, and we'll spend all day hiking through the original entrance to Machu Picchu, one of the great wonders of the world. This place is incredible. Oh my goodness, it gets me every time.
The hike itself is really cool too because you walk through many different microclimates. And you get to see some Incan ruins and pre-Incan ruins along the way before you even get to like the big show of Machu Picchu.
Yeah, we'll get to the sun gate and we'll have this beautiful sunset overlooking Machu Picchu. And then after that, we'll go into town to the Machu Picchu town, Aguascaliente, and stay the night. The next day, we'll get back up and explore the ruins before we depart back to our retreat center at Munai Sanko. The trip is 10 days, and the first 8 days of this trip are going to be in the Sacred Valley. But Cusco is an amazing city and we can't miss it. So we'll spend the last 2 days of our trip exploring the local culture and the food and the sights of Cusco. All along the way, we have guides for all of the excursions, for all of our adventures that we'll have out. And our guide, actually our primary guide, is a friend of ours named Christian, who we met back on our very first trip to Cusco in 2017. We actually did a 5-day hike called the Salcantay Trek, and it was Kelly, me, and Christian, and we became friends and knew that someday we wanted to come back and bring people with us on yoga retreats. And we're so fortunate, we're so lucky. I'm so grateful that we are able to coordinate and collaborate with our friend Christian, because he has been a guide there pretty much his entire life, and he knows a lot about the region.
It's been beautiful to build that relationship with him, but also with that land and that space. And at this point, I just feel like deeply devoted to the Andean wisdom tradition, which really parallels a lot with the yogic wisdom tradition. And those mountains, there's nothing like those Andean mountains.
Spectacular.
I mean, incredible.
Amazing.
We've completely iterated each time that we go, and we're just like, with a really good recipe, but you're kind of tweaking and it's just sort of getting richer and richer each time. I think that we're at a very rich point in the process, and we would love to invite you in to experience this richness with us.
Yeah. The retreat fee includes, from the moment you get there, all of your transportation, accommodations, meals, entrance fees, and guides. So it's all inclusive once you get there. We've learned that people like to fly differently, so the retreat fee does not include flights to and from Cusco. But the moment you get there, we'll pick you up, and then we will take care of everything until the moment you leave. This does not include spending money for shopping, which there are shopping opportunities interspersed within the middle of it. Everyone's got to get their alpaca sweater. They're pretty cool. I think you're gonna want one. Everything is taken care of for you. We're taking care of all of the logistics, so you really get to plug in and not have to worry about what's happening, about being in charge of anything. We've got you.
I think this is the beautiful thing about retreats in general. We can have so much decision fatigue in our lives, just the amount of decisions we have to make every single day. It can be, a little taxing. And so that in its own right is one reason to retreat, let alone that there's this beautiful wonder of the world and these cool opportunities, right? It's you get there and your meal times, meals, transportation, options, all these kinds of things, because you'll still have options. It's not like you're just gonna, follow us and do everything we're doing. There's some days where, you'll have a little bit of opportunity to make a choice, but we're gonna give you those choices laid out so you don't have to tax yourself too much. That's one reason why I've loved to be able to go on retreat personally, is like everything's taken care of. And I really like that about all-inclusive retreats too, because I don't even have to think about like money and then changing it from this to that and all that kind of thing. Like your food, everything, like we got you.
We will be at the retreat center, Munai Sanko, for the first part of it, the first 8 days, in a hotel room for the last 2 days. And the rooms are triple occupancy and double occupancy. So if you have a friend, you want to share a room, they're all twin beds in these rooms, then please connect with each other. You will still book the trip individually. If you're coming by yourself, that's great. We'll make friends and we'll pair you up with people who will share the same desire and interest in exploring and learning about a new place and a new culture.
The retreat center is kind of like farm to table. They have a huge garden where they grow a lot of things. They're going to the local open air market to get the quinoa and the maca. It's a beautiful region that's rich with superfood. And so you will feel the heartiness of this food, especially when we heard the women cooking in the kitchen and they were like laughing and joking.
So joyous.
Yeah, and they had just picked lettuce from the garden. It was like, this is like who I want to make our meals. This is amazing. And it just feels like home. A really nice home and a home away from home, but it feels like a really nice home.
If you're thinking about going to Peru, do it. You won't regret it. This is the trip of a lifetime. We're so grateful to be able to share this place with you and to be your guides on this journey to the sacred valley of Peru and experience Machu Picchu.